Ladies and gentlemen, the Super League is back. It was gone for a minute, but it's back. Um, I think was it yesterday or the day before, the decision from the Court of Justice of the European Union. That's the highest adjudicating body um, in the EU, and at least the highest court, anyway, in the EU, made a decision that sort of sent shockwaves through European football, through the football hierarchy, through I'm sure the halls at FIFA as well as UEFA. And the decision was basically UEFA and FIFA have monopoly and have been using the monopoly wrongly with regards to organizing footballing competitions, and therefore should not sanction um, anyone who chooses to form a new sort of sporting competition, or don't have the right or the powers to stop anyone or group of people or organization from forming um, an alternative or another football sport event. So I'll just read out the sort of an excerpt of that decision, or at least rationale behind the decision, or I'll just say the outcome of the decision. So this is what the CJEU had to say. The court ruled that UEFA and FIFA rules granting prior approval to for new competitions are contrary to EU law. A release issued by the court said such rules are contrary to competition law and the freedom to provide services. So, in other words, FIFA, UEFA, like I've said, don't have the power to stop other bodies, organizations, which would then include clubs, i.e., your Real Madrid, your Barcelonas, and maybe some clubs in the Premier League as well. So UEFA and FIFA don't have the power, have the right to prevent these clubs from, forming these leagues. And if they do, then that would be illegal and a violation of EU competition laws. So that's with that one. And then A22, a company that was essentially formed by Madrid, Barcelona, Juventus, and others, to bring the Super League to life, had this sort of celebratory statement to say. They made a statement shortly after that decision of the CJU was made public. So this is what they had to say: We have won the right to compete. UEFA's monopoly is over. Football is free. Now the clubs will no longer suffer threats and sanctions. They are free to decide their own futures. Bernard Reichardt, CEO of A22, speaking on the CJEU's decision. Now, let's just be clear, in my opinion. I'll give my opinion about this. Let's just be clear. UEFA, A22, Real Madrid, Barcelona, FIFA, all of them are all in this for the money. Not too long ago, we heard the decision of FIFA to have a 32 team World Cup. Um, it's all about money. FIFA wants to make more money. You've had a sort of cold war between FIFA and UEFA, regarding control of football. And FIFA have always been looking for ways to set up their own league, to set up something that would at least compete with the UEFA Champions League. And they've got the World Cup now, 32 teams. So they're organizing more competitions, organizing more things to bring money to FIFA, and whatever they choose to do with the money, that's entirely up to them. So all players, by this I don't mean the people that actually play on the football pitch, but everybody involved in football is in it for the money. The only people who are in football for the pure passion and the right reasons most of the time are the football fans, and that's it. And that's it. That's it. So, what does this mean, in my opinion? I think people have said the fact that this decision has been made doesn't mean that the Super League would be back, or the A22 Sports and Real Madrid and the rest of those clubs would go into immediately forming the Super League. For me, yes, the Super League is back, because it was one thing when it wasn't too sure, the legal sort of let's say, basis for Super League wasn't very clear, and UEFA and FIFA could just say this is illegal, and we can put punishments and sanctions on anyone who goes on to form the Super League or indeed participates in the Super League. And then any player as well that plays for any of these clubs that are participants of the Super League would also be punished and not be allowed to play in any FIFA sanctioned tournament. But now with this decision, which says it's illegal for FIFA and UEFA to sanction clubs or sanction people who are involved in the organization and participation of another sort of football tournament, football event, or sporting event, then with all the powers stripped away, at least with the powers to prevent the event from being organized, at least prevent players from participating, prevent clubs from putting things like this together, then, in my opinion, the Super League is back because since there's no deterrent anymore. Because I think the main deterrent to this club would have been, what FIFA and UEFA had said initially. So, if you're a player, i.e., say Christopher Nkunku, for instance, and you play for Chelsea in the Super League, then you will not be allowed to play for France. And everyone wants to play for their national team. So if you're not allowed to play for France, then as a player, you begin to have second thoughts about, being part of that. But now that threat is out the door, is out of the window. So the Super League is back, and initial sort of feelers I got was that you now have three categories or three strands of the Super League. I think that is A, there's B, and there's C. It could be called by different name, but essentially what they've tried to do is to address the question of promotion and relegation, which was the main sort of thing that took fans away from this. Now, for me, I'm not particularly interested in Super League. If Chelsea's in it, probably I'll watch it, but I'm not particularly interested in it. I'm not sort of an advocate for it. But for me, it's the hypocrisy of it. When FIFA starts talking, when UEFA start talking as if they care about League Two clubs, or they care about Sunday League clubs. They don't. They don't really care about grassroots development of grassroots football. They just want more money for themselves. So for me, well, the season has come, and I think the Super League will be back. So I decided to just give my 2 cents on this one. So Super League is back. What do you think it means? Are you a fan of the Super League? Are you happy that the show was made, or you feel no, this is just against everything you stand for with respect to football, and you don't really want to see Super League come to fruition? Let me know in the comment section below. So this is the first video for today, and I'll be having my second video, which would be the reaction to the EFL Cup draw, and that was made. I think it was made yesterday, and I'll be giving my reaction to the draw and give my opinion on the team that Chelsea will be facing in the semi-finals. So at this point, I've come to the end of this first video. So click notification bell so you know when I post the second video, and click the like button to help me with the algorithm on this channel, and subscribe to the channel as well. But for now, to have a fantastic rest of your day, and see you soon.